Hello and welcome. Today I wanted to give you a tour of StoneBat Station. This is a station that I made originally just to showcase the Stone Bats, which is a module that will convert power cells into power for you 100% automatically. So pretty cool. I have two of those modules in the back. But I had a blast making this and worked hard to make something that doesn't use any DLCs, doesn't use any mods, and will function great on an official server. And I am using one of these on an official server right now, and I enjoy it quite a bit. And so just trying to make a useful station. This is really low PCU for what it is. It's 6,600-ish PCU. And that's including both of the modules in the back. And yeah, let's go over it. So super boxy. I just kind of went with it, but I did try to add in a lot of depth. So we see some Willis ducts, some passageway blocks, some interior blocks. Just trying to mix it up as best I could with no DLCs, which is pretty challenging. And then you'll see here, there's a beacon, an antenna, there's oxygen and oxygen tanks. There's 3 Gatling guns throughout the outside here, and 1 interior turret inside. There is 2 ion thrusters in each direction. There's 2 connectors here. Down below, there is actually a full set here, so there is a drill ore detector, remote block, and camera, so that you control that if you wanted to, just in case of an emergency. I don't recommend tooling around asteroids too much with this, with the low thrusters that it has, but does give you some options. So let's go inside here. I really did try to keep the PCU low. I haven't used a lot of lights. I've tried to use more emitter blocks. I've used functional blocks for any conveyance that I could, for the most part. Unless I had to make a really specific choice on design, I went with, functional blocks versus conveyors. So I'm using a keen airlock here. You're welcome to just remove this if it bothers you at all. It's just nice not having to close this door if I don't want to. So here we go. Here's the main floor, and there's a lot going on here. So we have up front here, we have a store block and a contracts block. This is a very centrally located safe zone block. I would recommend switching over to uranium before starting to power that, but should be fairly cheap to run. And then here we go. We have 2 refineries up here with all yield modules, and then 2 assemblers in the back, and one of those is dedicated just towards the StoneBat right now. I tried to do a lot of windows, make sure you can have a really nice view of whatever you're checking out here. So here's Earth. It's pretty nice, I think. I've got a secondary control seat, so just in case, so you don't have to go down a ladder or anything, you can jump in there and start jumping away if you ever needed to. We have a medical station here, a gravity drive, and no, I'm sorry, not gravity drive, gravity generator, jump drive right here. And then try to have a nice view of both of the StoneBats. If they are running low on power cells, you'll see it go red for a bit until it recovers. And you can actually watch these grind and weld, which is kind of fun. It's also fun just hanging out on the station and hearing that in the background. So it's kind of nice. So I've tried to expose a lot and keep a lot of interesting things to see on this floor here. And then here, we're going to go to engineering. Now, normally you would just go past this level, but I did want it to be visually interesting when you did. So got your hydrogen engines here if you ever needed them. Jump drive, and we've got our safe zone here if you need to access that directly. As you progress, if you want to add reactors, I would go for any of these corner conveyors and just swap those out, because reactors are also corner conveyors, so it works out pretty good. Again, you normally wouldn't need to stop on that floor, but it's nice to have something visually appealing to look at when you do. And then here is the control room. This is kind of the main control room of the area. I tried to decorate a little with these batteries. Man, these passenger seats are so lame in comparison to other seats. I don't even know. But back here we've got our 3 gyros for the station. We've got an extra survival kit down here and a cryo chamber so you can save. And then we have the control seat here. So in the control seat, I've got jump drive controls, and then 3 and 4 will turn on or off the StoneBats. You've got your connectors if you need to dock with something, and then 9 here is a remote, and then 2 is the camera, and so we can control the bottom of the ship if we wanted to. Definitely not so bad to do welding, or if you had to do a little mining. And then extra entry and exit point here. Same sort of airlock situation. But I didn't want you to be stuck on stairs. So got an option to get in there that way if you need to. And yeah, just tried to keep it as open as I could, kept it boxy, and tried to make it ultra functional. Again, eventually you would probably progress past the StoneBat area, and you'd probably just switch over to reactors. Feel free to trim some of this stuff off or change it around. But this should be a very functional space station, and might give other people design ideas if they're needing to survive without DLCs. I have the DLCs, but I know not everybody does, and maybe you want to have, try out some Space Engineers experiences before you buy them. So I tried to make something that was super accessible. So I hope you enjoy it, and let me know if you run it in any of your worlds, and if you have any questions. So talk to you later.